What is going on, guys? It's just your friendly neighborhood G here. I hope you guys are having a good goddamn day. I'm going to show you guys how to build a simple and, you guys can tweak it a little bit, archer class. Now, you guys know that archers are probably really slow if you haven't tried out the archers yet. I would recommend them. They are a lot of fun, but they are really slow. If you miss a shot, then it can take fucking ages to shoot again. So I'm going to show you guys how I kind of make the perks and the armor and stuff that I use for the archer. And hopefully it can help you guys out to build your own archer. And you guys can tweak it on weapons and stuff you guys want to use, and hopefully this will give you an idea on kind of how to start with the archer class. Now, first things first, obviously we want to go straight into our perks. This allows us to spend points and get, passive almost abilities such as jump stamina cost reduction by 50%. I didn't use any of these. The ones that I do use, I'm not going to go through all of these, as you guys know. You guys can read them and learn. But I do like the huntsman one. Now, bows, crossbows, and throwables deal more damage against enemies carrying a quiver, hitting them in the torso or the head. So if you aim at another archer, anyone who's wearing or has a bow equipped, they will take more damage, which is cool. The ranger class allows you to move quickly while aiming your bow or crossbow. Now, I use this with the crossbow out. It's don't really need it, but I use it in case I want to switch to the longbow. You don't have to swap your perks over. So I do like that one. And then you got the tenacious as well. Your passive health regen is 66% faster. So if I do get shot and don't die or get hit by anything, I will slowly regen back. Now, a lot of people would go with bloodlust. I don't like bloodlust because I don't really think if I'm going to get hit anyway, I'm most likely dead. Or, me killing an enemy from a far distance isn't going to really affect my health if I haven't been hit. So that's why I use the tenacious one over the bloodlust, and that allows me to have 4 more extra points that we can spend somewhere else. Now, that are the perks that I use. Normally, if I do play on an official server or a server that does have team damage, I will chuck on the friendly perk. That way, if I do shoot, I don't hit my own teammates and end up with negative points because I've just nailed my teammates in the back of the head about 5 times. I do use friendly. Would recommend it. Will be one of the first perks you do use, but I have my own server, which is right here. The Aussie Frontline servers sponsored by trustedyou.com.au. That's in there as well. If you guys can find that, type in Aussie Frontline in the search section of the server browser, and you guys can find that there. They're mainly the servers that we run, and that I'm always on there too. So if you guys want to play, you guys will see me on there, and just give us a hi or whatever if you guys see me on there. Let's move on to the armor now. The armor that I use the archer's cap, but mainly light armor. You guys can use whatever you want. You guys can customize. I'm going to tell you what to customize it into, but I do use a level 1 helmet, and I also go into level 1 chest plate and level 1 legs. I'm myself like black and red. It's my favorite color, so a lot of my characters are designed to be black and red. This one's black, and you'll see that sometimes I'll have like a red logo or emblem there as well. As for that, then you've also, obviously I'm not going to go into the armor, that's all you really need. Level 1, level 2, level 1 and level 1. Some people can remove the legs and add a level 2 helmet or something, but the one thing that does happen if you do add a medium armor, it will slow you down. So I tend to not go into medium armor with an archer, because if I'm trying to run away or trying to fight with an archer or anything like that, just having one piece of medium armor will slow you down a fair bit. So having complete all straight light armor works out a lot. That's how I usually do it. And obviously the weapon I use is the crossbows, and I use the short sword. Now you can use anything, I guess, as level 1 points if you want to. I mean, if you didn't want to use anything, you don't have to. You can always pick up a weapon in the battlefield as well. That always works. I do that a lot. But I usually like the short sword. It's one-handed, it's quick, it's easy. I do get a lot of kills from it as well when they do decide to come up to me. But with the crossbow, I know that a lot of people talk about whether it's good to go with the crossbow or the recurve bow. You can also go with the longbow as well. That does a lot of damage. I haven't even bought it, but I'm going to buy it now. The longbow is good. I do like the longbow. But in my opinion, I do prefer to use the crossbow. But it does take time to reload, and you end up being stationary because you can't move while you're reloading the crossbow. Not sure if they'll change that, but at the point in time, you cannot move while you reload a crossbow, so that does leave you very vulnerable. I'll go into the ways to play an archer in a bit, but yeah, that's one of the main things that has against the crossbow is the fact that it doesn't do significantly more damage, and it leaves you open to the enemy. If you do go to reload, then an archer can just easily pop a shot off on you, and if they have that tenacious perk, then they'll drill you and you end up dying anyway. So it really depends. If you find yourself a good hiding spot or whatever, and you know a good little spot that you can hide away in, crossbows are good. As long as you're near an ammunition box or a replen box, then you guys can just unlimited ammunition, keep firing away. If you don't, then I would suggest using the longbow or even the recurve bow, because that'll give you 24 arrows, and you can go around shooting people a lot more if you want to run around a bit and shoot. You have more arrows to do so. Now, I'm not going to go into the skins and whatnot, like all the different stuff. I'm not going to go into that. But what we will do is go straight into some of the gameplay. I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to, just where you should do as being an archer. Let's go. So as you guys know, the archer class, the hero from above, the bird's eye. The archer class is an awesome class, but also the most hunted down class. Like a wolf to a rabbit, you are literally seen from a distance and hunted down like there is no tomorrow. The enemy team will sneak around the back to try and take you out, because you're one of the most deadliest forces on the battlefield, if done right. Now, as you guys can see here, I'm hiding out in a building, trying to defend myself. My teammates decides to just come and kick me for some stupid-ass reason. And, of course, there is going to be some toxicity with archers and stuff. People don't like the archers. But in this server, I have no team damage on, which I spoke about earlier. And it allows me to practice being an archer without getting so many negative points, and practice, my accuracy and all that kind of stuff. It also allows me, not get myself killed by my own teammates because I'm being an archer, which is also a good thing. Using your short sword as well is also a positive thing, your secondary weapon, because going up against a two-handed knight, there's nothing worse than being beaten by a short sword. And it's always a good little bragging right to be beaten by an archer. In this case, my teammate helped me out, and I was able to secure that kill. Now, as an archer's main objective, we want to try and not so much capture the flag. Our main objective as an archer, in my opinion, is to take out the horses, the catapults, and the other archers, and also the ballistic turrets, because they're also some of the biggest forces on the battlefield. Now, keeping your distance and hiding amongst the trees, being on top of buildings, will allow you to get the bird's eye view and see what is around you. Now, one of the things I like to do when I do die is actually browse the battlefield with the free look option when you die, which is a really cool feature. I didn't think they would bring this into the game, but it actually allows you to have a really awesome view of the battlefield for those who are hiding away, or if you got killed by another archer, you're able to find out where they are and track down the enemy team. So, as an archer, if you want, you can sneak around the back yourself and take out the other archers because you've seen them through the free look option. So that's a really cool thing to do. It's pretty underrated. No one really does it, but in my opinion, it's probably going to help you a lot to secure those extra kills at the end of the match. You can still get 4 or 5 extra kills at the end of the match by simply just going through the look and finding out where people are hiding and just sneaking up there and killing them. Really simple, really easy. Now, as an archer, I do like to sometimes get into the fight, like to get my hands dirty with blood and punch on with a few knights just to get a bit of bragging rights. But at the end of the day, free looking and being an archer is a lot of fun. When you do nail a shot from distance, it is nothing more satisfying than hearing that ding when you hit someone's head. And this game is so much fun. I really do enjoy it. As an archer, the crossbow option is a really bad option for the middle of the battlefield because it does take a long time to reload, and you're also left out in the open when you do reload. So as you guys can see here, I reload behind a tree. I thought I was behind a tree and got taken out because I couldn't move. So if you are going to be an aggressive player, make sure that you use a longbow or a recurve bow. That'll help you guys out a lot. Well, that is it, guys, for the tips and tricks of being an archer. If you guys did enjoy the video and it did help you guys in the video, please give us a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be pumping out a lot of Mordhau content, and I'll also do a lot of Rust content as well. I am a survival person, and I love survival games, and Mordhau is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I do really enjoy the game. So if you guys do enjoy it, like I said before, comment down below, and let us know what you guys think of the build. If you guys don't like the build, please let me know. Always keen to tweak my own build, and people can always read the comments for other advice as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay cool. Big G out.